Welcome to lesson 14. We are looking at a new grammar point in this lesson. Compare these two sentences. If the sun goes down, it gets cold. Or, if you press that button, the train will stop. What's the difference between the two? The difference is the first sentence is what we learnt in lesson 13. The result is always the same. The second one has the word will, and this is a prediction of what we expect to happen. So the word will makes a difference here, and we're going to look at how will makes that difference in this lesson on the first conditional. To help us, we're going to look at Mark chapter 8, verse 34. So here, Jesus tells the crowd how important it is to avoid sin. And he also now goes on to telling the crowd how to do that. And it's all about following him. Then he called to the crowd along with his disciples and said, "Whoever wants to be my disciple must deny themselves, take up their cross and follow me. For whoever wants to save their life will lose it. But whoever loses their life for me and the gospel will save it." Notice we have will save it at the end here. Let's study this a bit more. What does this literally mean? It means do that, and this will be the future consequence. If you lose your life for me, you will save it. This is an example of the first conditional. And this is for predictions of a result from a possible action. If you repent and believe in Jesus, he will save you. Whoever believes in Jesus will be saved. So you see that there is a possible action and the prediction of the result. It's not like the zero conditional where the result was certain. Here we're just talking about the possible result. And the structure is slightly different again. If you repent and believe in Jesus, he will save you. Well, here we have if, followed by the clause, and then in the second part, the subject is he, will, and then save is the verb. Or you could sometimes use whoever. Let's practice using the first conditional now. In this passage, add these words to the sentence. They go in different places. Pause the video if you need more time. Here are the answers. If anyone is ashamed of me and my words in this adulterous and sinful generation, the Son of Man will be ashamed of them. So here Jesus is now giving people instructions. This is what you must do. In the previous two lessons, we looked at Jesus telling us about the problem. The problem is we have all sinned. We cannot stop it. We cannot save ourselves. And the problem is serious. So what do we do? Here, Jesus gives us the answer. Whoever loses his life for me will be saved. What does Jesus mean here? He means stop living for yourself. Live for me. Stop trusting in your own ability to be good, to be saved. Instead, trust your life to me. Trust my ability to save you. Lose your life to me. trust me with your life and you will save it. Jesus died on the cross not only to take your sin from you, but to give you a new life that can live with God. And you need to trust Jesus with your life. If you haven't done that before, do it today. You've seen in the last lessons how all of us have a problem with sin. None of us will be right with God through our own good works, good actions, doing things on certain days at certain times, going to certain places. It won't be good enough. We need Jesus to save us. Look at the incredible love that Jesus showed you on the cross. He didn't have to come to our world to die for us. He could have stayed in heaven. But God is love. And love meant he had to do everything he could. And Jesus did do everything he could because he died. No one can do more than die. Die is the most anyone can do. Jesus did it for you so that you could be saved, so that you could be with God. He's done everything. All you have to do is say yes. Jesus, I trust my life to you. I want my life to be included on the cross with you so that my sins can be forgiven and I receive a new life from you. If you do this, you will be saved. In the next lesson, we look at the final conditionals, the second and the third conditional. We're looking at sentences with if for the final time in lesson 15.